Are we live? Are we live? I think we're live. Pretty sure. Yeah, we're live. We're live. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming out for the Real Short Box. My name is Donald. I'm very excited today to, we're going to talk about some superhero stuff. And I know the gang here, we're all going to dress up. So when they come in, I'm going to be as surprised as you are about this kind of thing. So, you know, welcome them. Welcome, Kevin. Welcome, Darren. I'm Donald. Guys, what's going on?
All right, now, if you remember from the last live stream, remember we were doing the whole we don't have faces for radio thing?
Right.
Basically, we're like attractive men, and we don't need to pull these stunts.
Right. And look, I'm wearing my Black Panther t-shirt. I figure that's good enough.
And I mean, to be honest with you, to get on this show, I needed to have like a 17.5-inch vertical leap. Kevin benched 225 pounds like 14 times.
I had this made.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's great, man.
That's great. And now, the Blue Beetle, by the way, shaves, I'm pretty sure.
I hate you guys so much.
Well, that's fair. Just standard
That's life,
K
man.
through
That's
5
life.
behavior. Jay, welcome to the Real Shorts Box. My name is Darren.
And my name is Supreme Chancellor Kevin.
And of course, I'm apparently the Blue Beetle.
And we are broadcasting from We Can Be Heroes out in Chatsworth, California.
Chatsworth, California, come on down.
The grand opening, folks. We've got everything going on here. In fact, the owner, Julio, is a big fan of David Bowie. So this is how he came up with the name, We Can Be Heroes.
It's true.
Yes,
true.
yes. You'll get little Aladdin sane light bulbs on all of the material that you buy here. This is a very personal shop, by the way. This is not a shop where you just come and you thumb through things. Well, you can do that too. But this is also a hangout, and especially at this grand opening, in the vast number of people I see, we have barbecue going. I'm going to be eating this hot dog throughout the evening. Guys, let's just get it kicked off right in the beginning. We're going to talk about certain characters and which actors we would like to see them play, and we would also like to open it up to some of the folks out here. So, who would you guys like most to see Deadman? We're hearing a lot of rumors that Deadman might eventually be gracing the screen.
Well, Eric Kripke actually was attached to produce a Deadman series at one point. Did not happen, but you know, he was attached to it. So there's that.
I thought of someone, even though he's not an actor. Moby kind of looks like that man.
Moby?
Yeah.
Wow.
Singer.
Well, maybe they can get him to play the
Just the
person that they're obviously going to make computer CGI
Right.
animated. Yeah, just animate Moby.
animate Moby.
All right, another one we have here. Who would you like to see possibly be playing Swamp Thing? Just scratch those beards, guys.
Let's see, Alex Holland.
Why Alec Holland?
Well, no, that's the name. That's the one thing.
Yeah, okay.
Brock Lesnar, would that work?
Brock
You
Lesnar.
mean as the actual Swamp Thing?
Sure.
You know what? That could work. He could be dressed in the
Sure.
actual outfit.
Why not? Why not?
'Cause, you know, I don't like the CGI. CG. I'd rather prefer to be in the actual
CG,
costume.
CGI.
Yeah, CG.
Yeah. I get you.
It's in the actual.
Well,
costume.
they did that in the most recent Swamp Thing series on the DC Universe television station, the app anyway, where you could, they had a guy playing Swamp Thing and he was in a costume.
All right, and now one of our favorites here at the Real Short Box. Who would you picture playing Resurrection Man?
Resurrection Man.
What's the personality to play that show?
I'm gonna go with who am I gonna go with? Tim Thomerson.
Tim Thomas?
Done. Tim Thomerson.
That's fine. That works.
Resurrection Man.
I mean, it would be a resurrection for his career.
Yes, would.
Now, of course,
Absolutely.
Kevin, one of your two favorite superheroes, the Silver Surfer.
You know,
I know you thought long and hard about it.
I don't mind actually. The last person to play on the Rise of Silver Surfer. I thought he did a good job.
Lawrence Fishburne?
No, not Lawrence Fishburne. What's his name?
Doug Jones?
Yeah,
Doug Jones.
Doug Jones.
All right.
He has
Doug
the
Jones.
body. He looks the type. I don't mind him playing Doug. I don't mind him playing Silver Surfer, Norman Rad.
No, I don't mind it either. I don't mind it at all. I would very much appreciate somebody playing a superhero character, especially during a live podcast.
I figured you would say
Take
something
order, right?
like that. And my response to you would be, Martian Manhunter. Who is your person you'd like to see playing Martian Manhunter?
Can I pick nobody?
Well, Tyrese.
Sure.
Gibson?
Yes.
Why not?
Okay, then. All right. We also have now, I'll tell you, this next one, Mr. Fantastic. If this was 20 years ago, George Clooney would have been my pick. But in today's modern age,
Emily Blunt's husband.
oh, John Krasinski.
John Krasinski.
John Krasinski would be a great choice, and he's quite a filmmaker. You might want to turn it over to him to possibly even direct.
If he can handle both, why not?
Okay. Warlock is next on my list. I'm quite curious how you guys would come up with this, because this would be a mixture of CGI and potentially a real actor as well.
There have been rumors out there. People talk about Keanu Reeves. I don't know about that, but Adam Warlock is Keanu Reeves, but I don't know. That's I don't know who could play Adam Warlock. Who do you think could play Adam Warlock?
No, not Keanu Reeves. Well, actually, they need somebody void of a personality, and I think Keanu has kind eyes. I figure he would hold me. I mean,
hold you. Great.
Hold you.
Yeah.
We just lost Keanu as a possible viewer. All right, Spider Woman. You know Spider Woman's coming at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know as who, but sure, Spider Woman's coming. I would say maybe Elizabeth Moss.
Elizabeth Moss.
Elizabeth
Yeah.
Moss. That's quite a pick.
That's very interesting pick.
Quite
bad,
an interesting
not bad.
pick.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah. Or as our fellow podcaster Jarrett would say, Elizabeth Moss would also make a very darn good Invisible Woman. So there's that too.
All right. And finally, I'm going to go with one that's is destined to come as well, according to reports. Wonder Man.
Wonder Man was supposed to originally be Nathan Fillion, so I would like it to stay with Nathan.
I
Fillion.
agree.
Right.
Stay Nathan Fillion for
Yep.
sure.
So Nathan, we're Team Nathan.
I would have to agree. Now, we actually have a guest who'd like to come on our podcast right now. Kevin, if you wouldn't mind just giving your seat up here real quick, and feel free to just come around the counter. This is Tessa. This is
Tessa.
a very interesting lady. I just met a few moments
Tessa,
ago.
come join the Blue
Tessa.
Beetle gang.
Welcome. Thank you for coming on here. So, Tessa, of course, I have to ask you right off the bat, who are some of your favorite superheroes and why?
Spider-Gwen, and because I don't really watch a lot of movies or comic books.
Okay.
She's a big fan of Blue Beetle.
I've never heard of that.
So, Tessa, what brings you out here this evening?
My dad.
Outstanding.
Very literally, my dad brings me out here this evening.
Did he bribe you with an ice cream cone or anything like that? Okay.
No.
She had to bribe him with an ice cream cone. Probably.
Is there anything you've been dying to ask Ted Cord, the Blue Beetle here?
Just found out who I am.
No, not dying to ask him anything. Okay, great.
No. You can ask me which Spider-Man I am, because I get that a lot.
Okay, what Spider-Man are you?
The blue one. I'm very sad.
Okay. Cool.
That was quite the setup there.
Hey, yeah. I'll be here all week.
All right.
Literally. I don't have a car.
Is there anything at the shop here you've taken a look at that you really have been into, like specifically?
The hot dogs.
The hot dogs.
The hot dogs. Those, you can get a vintage
I would
one
agree.
for double the price, actually, if you want. It's old. It's from the 60s. I don't recommend it. Probably wouldn't taste very good.
What are you talking about?
Hot dogs. Old hot dogs.
I'm eating a hot dog. It's delicious.
Okay.
All right. So the hot dogs are good then. How about the pizza?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Okay.
I grilled
On a
mine.
scale of 1 to 10, what would you say?
5.
Okay. That's an
5.
honest answer.
That's a middle of the road hot dog. So they need to up their hot dog game, apparently. What would make it a 10 in your book?
More cheese.
More cheese.
More cheese. That's interesting.
Inside the hot dog or just over it?
Over it.
Over it.
But
I've never had
And
cheese
a little
all over
more
it.
sauce. Well, actually, I once made a pizza and I literally added one drop of pizza sauce to the rest of the cheese.
And you like
one
that?
drop.
Yes, I love
Okay.
it.
All right.
So one
Less
drop
sauce.
just for okay.
Less sauce, more cheese.
But on a
Yes.
scale of 1 to 10, in terms of can you beat the price, it's a 10, right? It's
Yes.
free. Yeah, it's free.
Yeah.
Hey, can't beat it. We're having a party over here at We Can Be Heroes, everybody. This is outstanding. We're in Chatsworth, California. It's cold, but it's not stopping the crowds from coming.
It's raining. Yeah.
It's raining.
Crazy. Crazy.
Raining an exorbitant amount. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Sounds good. Well, Tessa, is there anything else you'd like to share with the world of YouTube and everyone out there in social media?
Favorite cartoon, maybe, so people know what to watch. Favorite show.
If you like your orthodontist, who are they?
Favorite cartoon. Go.
I don't know.
I've never heard of that one before. I don't know. Huh.
Tessa, thank you so much for joining us. We're very glad to have you on here.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
All
Next
right.
time, we'll have to get you in costume. You can be a superhero too.
Okay.
Hey! That's what I
Yay!
like to
Somebody
hear.
else has to join me. You guys have been replaced. Goodbye. Tessa's the new member now. Goodbye.
All
It's a
right.
good day, sir. Right. All right. So what's our next topic? Video games?
Sure.
Video games.
All right.
Comic book related video games. Kevin, do you have one?
Topic?
Yes. Comic book video games.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you love them or do you hate them?
I love them.
What was that one game? It was for Sega Genesis, and you could punch through the pages of the comic.
That is a really good
Does anybody
question.
know this one out there in live
Hey,
YouTube
Louie.
land?
Hey, Louie.
Louie, yeah.
What's the comic book game on Genesis where you can punch through the pages of the book?
You remember that one? No, it wasn't that one. It was an actual game on the Sega Genesis. You could punch through the comic book pages and panels and stuff. No, it wasn't the Phantom. I already talked about that last time.
Yeah, we don't give much love to the fan except
No.
for you. You do.
Comic book jumper? Oh, for me? I don't know what that means.
Oh, wow.
Comics something. Yeah, I think you're right. I can't remember what it was.
I would say Comic Smash. May it rest in peace.
Yeah, could be.
All right.
All right, but anyway, yes, we're getting there.
Well, anyway,
Well, thanks for coming.
yeah, do you mind if we have Kevin come
It's
back?
great having you on the
Thank
show.
you again.
And
I wouldn't mind coming back.
okay,
Oh, great.
cool.
Well, we'll be
Cool.
back.
We'll
I'm
do
feeling it.
some more. We'll have some more topics and some more questions for you, and then you can talk about whatever you want then at that point. But we'll have you back definitely.
Yay.
Well, thank you. We'll have Kevin come back and replace you then. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thank
Come
you.
on.
Bye, YouTube.
All right.
I was Tessa. Everybody.
Give her a hand, everyone.
Tessa.
Yay! All right. Now, this is something that we're going to dive into here. One of our specialties here at the Real Short Box, for those of you who are seeing us for the first time, is the defense of our positions on things. Now,
Here we go.
what I'm going to get right now, this is a tough question. It's specific, but I know you guys are up to the challenge, as am I, for my answer. What is the best season of superhero television that you can remember?
First
Best
one.
season?
First,
Best
like a thing.
season. Like, if there's like obviously comic book shows, every season is not perfect. But is there one season that stands out to you of any comic book show?
Oh, one season. Yeah, I got one. Easy. The Boys.
The Boys.
The Boys.
Wow.
Yeah, you've seen it, right? The Boys is excellent. It just came out over the summer on Amazon Prime, and it's amazing. It's completely graphic, and I don't recommend children watching it. So if you're like, hey, let's have children watch it, no, don't do that. But it is amazing. Brian, I'm still not sure what comic book jumper, what you mean by that, unless you mean I'm wearing a comic book jumper, in which case I am, sort of. Black Rook, I think is what it is, right? Black Rock?
Black Rook.
Okay.
7.
All right, Black Rook 7. Comic
Chess
something.
piece.
Yes, you're
Chess
right.
piece.
You're right.
You know,
Elliot.
I agree with that. I was about to say it. Daredevil season 1.
Elliot's on there. Elliot Spiro.
Hey,
Boys, I love you. We
hello.
love you too,
The
Elliot.
Godfather
Our
of comics.
sponsor.
The Godfather of comics.
Our
Give us some
sponsor.
love.
That's
You
our
know?
Thank you, Elliot.
sponsor, by the way. Yes,
Absolutely.
Spiro's Heroes in Chatsworth.
No.
Park.
Canoga Park.
Canoga Park.
We're in
That's right.
Chatsworth. We're
Yeah.
at We Can Be Heroes at 20936 Devonshire, Chatsworth, California. Come on down.
How awesome is it to have two shops relatively close to one another like this? It's great
Oh,
for the
beautiful
reader.
thing.
It's great for the consumer.
Evan.
Evan.
It's Evan.
Oh, Evan.
Evan. Hey, Evan. I think it's what? Evan, right?
Evan.
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 So, Donald, back to the
Yes.
boys.
Yes, back to the Boys. Okay, so first of all, we had what's his face who played the lead. Shoot, he was also Judge Dredd.
Carl Urban?
Carl Urban,
yeah.
thank you. Carl Urban does an amazing job playing the lead in The Boys. Super graphic, like I said. At one point, there's a scene where there's like and spoilers. Sorry, if you didn't watch it, just do this real quick. But at one point, there's like they find a little baby that has like superpowers. It's got laser eyes, and Carl Urban picks up the baby and uses it as a weapon. And we're talking like a newborn.
Is this baby more powerful than Baby Yoda?
He's holding the newborn like this with laser eyes.
It's more powerful
just
than Baby Yoda?
cutting people in half.
But can it take on Baby Yoda?
Oh, you know what? Speaking of casting for Baby Yoda, we were thinking about Baby Yoda would play a good Puck. Right? What do you think?
That could work. When he gets a little bit older.
Yeah, in the Alpha Flight.
Yeah, Alpha Flight.
When that's coming, and that is coming.
At some point. At some
Okay,
point.
I thought you
At
meant
some
like
point.
Shakespeare's Puck there for a second.
No.
Anything else about The Boys that kind of sticks out to you? I know it's very irreverent, very unusual for a comic book
It's
show.
just super violent. It's ultra violent, and it's good. It's basically, it talks about what happens when the superheroes kind of become the supervillains. I'm stripping live on camera. Look at that.
Be careful, we have children here, and we're on live, and there are cops.
I have pants.
All right, great. Superman.
All right, there we go. That's right. But yeah, so it's super ultra violent. It's about, if the superheroes become bad, who do they have to keep them in check? And it's basically a government organization, and they just call themselves the Boys. And it's really good. They use intimidation, they use blackmail, they use means to try to take down a hero if they've gone off the rails, so to speak. It's very creative. I can't recommend it enough. It was a tight 8 episodes, I believe, for season 1, and season 2 I think is coming next year. So look for that.
All right, Kevin, you're up. What is for you right now the best season of superhero television?
For me so far, Daredevil season 1. Someone mentioned it already.
Comic Zone. Comic Zone
What Comic Zone?
was the Sega Genesis game.
That's what it was called?
Brian called it. Yes.
Thank you,
Brian,
community.
Thank you.
We appreciate that. That's quite a find.
Yes. Yes.
All right, so Kevin, as you were saying, sorry,
Daredevil season 1.
why is that?
It's so well written. It's so well put together. The casting was outstanding. I mean, you can't go wrong.
No, talk to me about Vince D'Onofrio as the
Vincent
Kingpin.
D'Onofrio, God bless Michael Clark Duncan. He did a good job in the Daredevil movie, but Vincent D'Onofrio takes that character to a different level because he's empathetic. You kind of see where he's coming from. He's not like a purely evil guy per se. He does evil things, but he feels he's doing it for a reason. He feels he's doing it for the greater good. See, I like villains like that. The complex villains.
I also agree. And to take something that was so played so well by Michael Clark Duncan and to elevate it even more, to make it more aggressive and more villainous in a way, yet very sympathetic. Also, there's a special talent there, and D'Onofrio really he knocked it out of the park.
Like that was like an Emmy-winning worthy performance.
It really was.
I mean, you see the evolution of his character. I mean, you see all the emotions going through, especially with his girlfriend. I mean, it was just
right.
Very just. Touching.
Josh, I think you mean Darren. I don't have a hot dog in my hand.
You don't?
Or
You sure
do
about
I?
that? You
But,
sure about
but
that?
do
Josh,
I?
but
Sure about
Josh,
that?
there are hot dogs here. Come on down and get them. They're on the house. It's a great environment here. But Kevin, most importantly, what I would like to know is the greatness of Daredevil season 1. Would you tell that to director Mark Steven Johnson's face?
Not only would I tell it to his face, I believe that he would agree with me 100%.
I don't know, man.
I think he
You
would
did
agree
the
with me.
movie, right?
Yeah,
he did
the
the
Daredevil
movie.
movie. No, we don't.
No,
we don't need to-
look, that Daredevil movie
We don't need
was
to
the
talk
best
about
comic
that.
book movie since his Ghost Rider movie. I just want to make that clear.
God.
All right, my selection here for best season of superhero television is CW's Flash season 1. I have been dying for a Reverse Flash storyline, and not only did I get it, it far exceeded my expectations. First of all, the acting in this series, in season 1 especially, is unbelievable. Joe West and Iris West really jump off the screen at you. Barry Allen does perfectly fine. I love how they kept the original Barry Allen from the old CBS Flash series as his father.
That's cool.
Yeah, that
I haven't agreed with you on Daredevil, by the way.
that is
Evan.
Oh, thank you, Evan.
that's pretty pretty awesome stuff there. I mean, I'm blown away by the acting, and every episode has like 4 or 5 significant storylines going on that are all relatively complex, and it knows how to tease you, sort of like the Lost TV series, how Lost for a very long time was paced very well. I just can't say enough about CW's Flash, and I feel like even though Arrow was kind of the first, I feel like Flash really paved the way for a number of CW shows to be put on the air there and basically kind of dominate superhero television at the cable level.
Yeah, Flash really did set the mold. Basically, it took a very... I mean, Arrow broke the ground for the CW when it comes to the superhero business. Let's be honest there.
Yeah.
But I mean, they got the costumes down, they got the look and the feel and stuff, but it still didn't work. The storylines were not great for me, anyway.
Right.
And then the Flash made it kind of a nice, quirky, fun yet serious tone. So they brought some humor and elevated the story to the point where it was touching. And bringing in John Wesley Shipp as his dad, Barry Allen's dad in the series, I think was a perfect, beautiful nod to the 90s TV series.
All down for one season, unfortunately.
For those that remember that one. And for those that don't, John Wesley Shipp's still just a great actor in general, so it wouldn't have mattered to them, but it mattered to us. It mattered to us, damn it.
Yeah, I'll tell you, like, just all those moments with Barry and his mother and Reverse Flash just killing her over and over in season 1. I mean, it was pretty captivating for superhero television, so it makes you take it more seriously than you would originally have. We all know CW in the past has had issues because they've been mostly catering towards like young teenage audiences. The fact is, I mean, this is very well written stuff for all ages, as far as I'm concerned. And of course, you introduced Gorilla Grodd, Captain Cold, all sorts of really cool things. This is, for me, is why this is the top season. Now, this next segment, I want to take an opportunity to make sure that we're not just people that talk the talk. We actually walk the walk. And Kevin, you have brought a great comic book here. We're eventually in hour 2. We're going to dig very deep into the Green Lantern, folks, in hour number 2. And Kevin, you happen to have a very special Green Lantern book that you would like to share with everybody right now.
Okay.
All right.
Go get it.
See, you could have been opening the drawer while I was saying that. That was the timing. We will make sure that your groundlings training continues later.
Phil will stretch it so he can get in there.
It's a raw book as well. Wow.
Kevin likes it raw.
All right. Floor is yours, Kevin.
Well, for those who are Green Lantern fans and a fan of the villain Sinestro, what I have here is his very first appearance, Green Lantern number 7. The first appearance of Sinestro, 1961. Look at that, look at that, look at that.
Let me touch it.
Touch it, touch it, touch it.
Oh, my God. And he's giving this book to me live on the air, guys.
Yeah, and we are all witnesses.
So nice
We
of
can
him.
be heroes.
Thanks, Kevin, so much, buddy.
Well,
Oh, he gave this book
this is
to me.
the season.
Yay.
This is the season of giving.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, Kevin, is it fair for me to assume that you bought this for way less than it's worth right now?
You better believe I did 12 years ago.
12 years ago.
You know how much
Really?
I paid for it?
How much? Well, I'm just curious. You don't have to share, but if you would like to, I'm down.
Oh,
Is it in here?
For no more than $30.
No, what? How did you do that?
I don't know. I got a good deal on eBay. That's why.
Were you into this? Oh, on eBay.
Yeah.
Wow, you must have found a dummy.
Just in case.
No offense if you're out there in our live
Well,
stream
back
right now,
then-
but come on.
Well, back then, we weren't. Well, actually, I guess at that point, the original movie that came out in 2011 already was at some point in development, so maybe they didn't know better.
Now, do you feel like that movie dropped the price of that comic temporarily?
Yeah, it did, because it just wasn't very good.
And much like in the stock market, you buy low. And when we get into prospecting in the second hour rather heavily, you'll see exactly all these things. Kevin, it's interesting because here at We Can Be Heroes, it's hard to explain. Like, we have these great variant covers. This is kind of their thing. They do great variants of many books. But we also pre-collected a number of books in here. And I would like to just have the opportunity that we can share a couple things here, just so you know what is waiting here for you at We Can Be Heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what we have here. This first one.
What is this? Die?
This is our friend.
What's the name of this?
It's Die. Yeah.
I don't
I'll
know.
go with this one first.
I don't know. Get that back. Get that out of my face. Get that out of my face, Kevin.
Here's a good one.
Don't say this about the product.
Ultimate Spider-Man number 1. What? Look at that beauty right there.
I'm getting hot. That's why I'm drinking, guys. That is a sexy
Making
cover
him
right
hot.
there. That is a sexy cover there, folks. Ultimate Spider-Man number 1.
Here we go. Here, another one.
Oh, an Adam Hughes signed cover of Justice Society of America Classified. Beautiful Power Girl cover on there.
Have you guys?
Beautiful. Look at that.
Have you guys read the JSA Classifieds?
Man.
Did you read the series at all, or JSA
What?
Classified?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
No.
The one that's gone.
What do we have here?
We have. Oh, is this that one?
Recall version.
Yeah. What was it recalled for? Though? Do you remember?
It was.
All right.
Very.
No one
fascinating.
knows. Year of the Villain. This is Superman 14. It's the recalled issue.
By the way, for those of you who stay with us in the second hour, this shop does have a Supergirl first appearance
Also
that we'll be
recalled.
sharing on air.
Number 33, Supergirl recalled.
Now, this was pulled out here by our friend Sean of the show. That would be this
Very
Spider-Man.
exclusive.
Where is Spider-Man?
Cameo
Web
of
of
Eddie Brock.
Very
wrong there.
Came out in 1986.
Can't go wrong there.
Oh my God, this is a huge book right here.
Oh yeah, this is a very, very important book.
Boom.
Oh my God,
Look
the
at that
pain.
beauty.
Shot through the heart right now. I happen, as I'm sure for those of you who follow the podcast, I am an owner of Amazing Spider-Man number 100. This is number 101. I was
Look at
one
this.
issue off. This is
You messed
literally worth
You messed up.
a few $1,000s at
You messed
certain
up.
conventions, folks. This book right here. This is a great value. Thanks for reminding me that I messed up. I'm well aware of this. You know what?
You
I'm
failed.
taking that
you,
green.
you failed.
I'm taking that Green
Okay.
Lantern book from you
Failed.
that Kevin gave you, Donald.
Oh,
I mean, I want Sinestro's
Thanks a
first
lot,
appearance
Kevin.
is coming. Ooh,
There's another
another
one for you.
amazing Spider-Man
oh
right
my
here.
God. First Rhino, guys.
These are hanging at the shop as we speak. What is the address?
Look, it even looks even better now.
Address 20936
Or is it
Devonshire
better
Street,
over here?
Chatsworth,
Which
California.
is minus
Better there?
the glare's just
Or
it's
is it
just
better
a quick-
here? Which one?
It is the
Which
first
one is the
appearance
glare
of Rhino.
better here?
It's better there in front of my face.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, so that's a first appearance of Rhino, folks, who, of course, was in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 video game, voiced by Brad Garrett, for those of you who remember.
That's true. That's
Got-
true. He
got
was.
a double here. Got a double.
Okay, so here we go. Here we
Got a
go.
double.
Ready? Boom. Boom. Look at these. Look at these beauties. What?
Isn't that where a certain guy named Bloodshot?
Yeah, this is the first appearance of Vin Diesel.
Now, do you guys remember?
Beautiful books.
We did a podcast about our favorite independent comic book villains and heroes, and Bloodshot was quite popular.
Yeah, it was.
I think he was on all three of our lists.
He was.
Yeah.
He was very popular.
Aren't you excited about Vin Diesel playing the character?
I'm excited about the movie in general. I think anything that brings exposure to a independent character like that is a good thing. And hopefully it does well. Hopefully it's good. Let's put it that way.
Right.
We've got Batman 428 here. Check that out.
Thanks to some sick kids back in the 80s, this happened.
Yeah. Well, did you hear the story about that though?
The voting.
Yeah, you heard about the voting though, right? Like apparently that there was some people that were calling and voting. They figured out a way to just multiple call to have him killed.
So that's what happened.
So
Wow.
he might have still been alive if it had not been for some of those people. So God bless you people.
Absolutely brutal.
Well, think about it. Had this not happened, you would probably not have the Red Hood character.
It's true. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a good thing. We wouldn't have had Red Hood.
Once again, we are at We Can Be Heroes for their grand opening up here in Chatsworth, California. Not only just a shop where you can get some really cool books, but like this one we're about to show you, but it's also a place you can hang out. Very friendly environment here. They've been nothing but nice to us. They've barbecued. They've brought in pizza. We've just been very friendly. This has been an exciting evening so far. And what do we have here, sir?
Venom Lethal Protector. Number 1, signed by just Todd McFarlane. Nobody big. Nobody. You don't have to pay
Get
attention
in
to
the
that.
camera a little closer to see that Todd McFarlane autograph.
Isn't that great? That's beautiful. Beautiful thing.
Now, Todd McFarlane, I don't want to speak. You guys we've talked about this before. He's not necessarily someone who just autographs every single person's book.
No.
It's kind of hard.
He autographed mine. He autographed Kevin's, but not everybody's.
But isn't it kind of hard to meet him at an appearance in many respects?
Sometimes, yeah, it can be pretty difficult. What do we got? Bain Brothers represent. Kevin, what's your favorite book and why? Josh wants to know what your favorite book is and why, Kevin.
Oh, that's so hard for me to figure out. I mean, think about it. I'll give you one I can think off the top of my head. I have a Green Lantern 76 CG Seed signed by both Neil Adams and Denny O'Neil. That to me is a very precious book, one of my personal favorites for sure.
Yep.
That's a great one. What about you? So many, right?
Man, I don't know. I'd probably say the Tick number 1 for me is
That's a good one.
probably one of my favorites.
Oh, FF5, Fantastic Four number 5. Dr. Doom's first appearance. I can't forget that.
Yeah.
That's another favorite of mine.
Yeah. All-Star Western number, 10 or 11?
That's what your boy
10?
Jonah Hex?
Yeah, first Jonah Hex. That's also a really cool book. I liked. It's glad to own. Very much glad to own.
I would go with Tales of Suspense number 59. The first time that Iron Man and Captain America, thanks Mad Max, that the first time that Iron Man and Captain America had stories together, they actually split it in half. They had one Iron Man story first, and then they also had a Captain America story right after that. Or actually, it was reversed, excuse me. Cap first, and then Iron Man had the second story. But I love the cover. First appearance of Jarvis, who's one of the more significant characters in the Iron Man universe.
See?
He buttles. He's a butler.
Yeah,
That's what he does.
and it's tough because I like the classic feeling of that, but story-wise, the Demon in the Bottle is probably most preferred if I had to pick one.
Yeah, that's a good story, and that's something we'll never see in Disney.
Do you prefer Jarvis over Alfred?
Oh my gosh, that's impossible to answer.
I don't. Alfred all the way, man. Alfred all the way.
I mean, I'll tell you, as far as movies are concerned, they've done Alfred right pretty much every time.
For now.
You know, I don't know between the original Alfred in the '89 Batman to Michael Caine to Jeremy Irons. I mean, you just can't hate the way that they've done.
And now, the new Bat movie isn't being played by
Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis.
So here's the thing, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong on this. In the movies, shouldn't Alfred have a mustache?
Yes.
Can we just get an Alfred with a mustache, please? Please.
You know what's funny? He has a
Please.
You're right. He hasn't a mustache. Just a TV show.
No.
The TV
he
show.
hasn't.
Last
It's
was a
complete
TV show.
bull crap. It's complete bull crap. I would say the other word, but
You have children here.
we have children here.
Yes.
None of them mine. None that I know of, anyway.
Let's hope not. You have to sell your own collection.
Oh, Kevin, here's a question I'd like to ask. Slightly off topic. We have a very cool environment here. There's football on the television. Who is the greatest college football team, in your opinion?
Now, that's a very controversial question there.
Controversial? It's just an opinion. It doesn't kill anybody.
Well, no matter what I say, it's going to get myself and everyone else in trouble. Fine, I'll just say it. 2001 Miami Hurricanes.
And why?
You have a great collection of talent that was in the NFL. And literally 2/3 of the team end up in the NFL. And sure, I do have a personal bias in the sense that I knew some of these guys. I went to school with some of these guys. But to me, they're just awesome. They're so dominant on both offense, defense, and special teams.
Yeah, how about that running back depth chart?
It was ridiculous. Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, Frank Gore, Walter Payton's son, Jared Payton, Najee Davenport. I can go on and on. It's ridiculous. The tight ends, Jeremy Shockey,
Oh, we're in
Kellen
football
Winslow,
now?
Ed Reed,
Well, we
Sean
are.
Taylor. We can go on and on and on.
Well, we are with Kevin. Donald, what are the? Okay, here's the thing. I've always felt that the best French fries you can get in fast food are from A&W. Do you remember A&W French fries?
I just went to an A&W last year.
Oh, you did?
They're in Ohio. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I did not get French fries from there, though.
You got the footlong, didn't you?
No.
No?
It's kind of an obsession with wieners for some reason.
Well, it's because we're barbecuing out back.
hello, Too Many Comics.
Thanks for joining us. All right, so let's take a moment here. I want to talk about the state of the CW. Now, we have earned a little bit of a reputation here, perhaps having strong opinions about certain CW programs, namely Batwoman.
Cancel it.
Okay. But the state of the CW, I'm kind of wondering, I see it's been kind of stagnant. It just is what it is. But this Crisis of Infinite Earths is very exciting to me. I mean, do you think they're going to get this one right?
Absolutely.
You're welcome, Tessa.
Absolutely.
All right, absolutely. That's emphatic.
Here we go.
There
What
she
does
is.
say? Walter Mellon, the CW fell off when they let the frog go. You might have a good point there. I like that frog. Yeah, I like the cane and everything and the hat.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a fish frog?
He's like,
yeah.
yeah, I like that frog.
Yeah.
Yeah, he only sings, but otherwise he just goes.
Yes, Tessa, thank you for being on the show and for now watching the show.
You were a great interview.
Great. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, the CW frog. I even like the original cartoon where it was in the box, and when he'd open the box, it would dance for him. But when he would show other people, would just rip it, and they thought he was crazy.
That's classic
best.
Warner Brothers animation right there,
yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
All right, so this Crisis of Infinite Earths, I want to get back to again. This is going to be a massive television event that could possibly rival any other superhero thing on television. I can't wait for it. Is there anything you've heard in advance about it, or just that it's coming?
Well, I'm just happy to bring back the old Superman.
Yeah. Brandon Routh playing Superman instead of the Atom is a good call. Batman '89 bring in to the universe. Having brain fart. Who played Batman in the animated series? Did the voice? Kevin Conroy. Yeah, having Kevin Conroy play Batman in this is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing, guys. It's going to be the first time he's actually played this live action Batman. And if he uses the voice, I'm not wearing pants for that.
But will Mark Hamill be the Joker? Because I mean, that would complete everything. Right?
Oh my God! If they got Mark Hamill to do the Joker, I would lose my.
They got him to be the trickster.
Just like a fountain.
I mean, if they got him to be the trickster, I mean, I don't. You don't want to rule anything out.
PG.
Yes.
Fountain.
PG.
Could be chocolate. They don't know.
PG.
They don't know.
All right. So
We got Batman and Superman. There's the Batman out there. And there's a Superman right
There's
here.
a 90s Wolverine.
We got to team up. Oh wait.
You got 90s
Wait a
Wolverine
minute.
over there.
Hang on.
What do you got?
90s Wolverine.
Oh my word.
That's right. That's right. Wolverines unite.
That's right.
Wait, what's this here?
Oh, we have
What the hell is this?
I was told we were doing costumes.
See, he knows.
He was
He
paying
knew about it.
Wait a minute. I
knew
know
about
you.
it.
Aren't you the Shaw of comics behind that mask? Reza.
Yes.
Ta-da!
I believe he is.
One of the
I believe he is.
co-owners of We Can Be Heroes.
It's
Yes.
my festive shirt.
Wow,
Wow.
you're so dressed up.
I know.
Fancy.
You know,
Thank you for bringing us here.
you know what's hilarious is that me and Julio both have tuxedo T-shirts that neither of us have worn in about 6 months, and we both decided to put them on today without talking to each other about it.
Are you?
Yeah.
Serendipity.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Kevin and I have the same, two, I think, of the same shirts, and we've only ever worn them once at the same time.
All right, Reza, you're out in the crowd. How's the vibe around here?
Fantastic. Everybody's enjoying tons of food.
Is the money flowing?
The money is flowing. We are making some great deals. We're selling all kinds of stuff. We got raffles going for all kinds of prizes, some badass action figures, some
Burgers are being
variant
cooked
sketches.
so well.
Nice. They're doing
Burgers
raffles,
are being
guys.
cooked.
If you make a purchase, you get a raffle ticket, right?
If you make a purchase, you get a raffle ticket for one of several prizes, and then we have another raffle that's $5 a piece, and that is for one of the $120 DC Universe subscription Jim Lee sketch Detective 1000.
Wait, did you say Jim Lee sketch?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
It'd be like Jim Lee broke into your house and got into your bed while you were sleeping
And
and
just-
started to draw you.
Pretty much.
That's basically what this
So
is like.
$5 for creepy Jim Lee is what I'm saying.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Now,
All
is there any other books you want us to pimp out or to really hawk for you?
Terrible.
Yes, all of them. All of the
All
books.
of them.
Kevin, thank
All
you
of
for
them.
saying the quiet part out loud.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Why am I droopy? Droopy
Yeah,
Wolverine.
I mean,
This is
honestly,
so
like
sad.
you look like an animal. but not a cool.
Oh,
one.
here we go. Wait, is that for sale? Is this for sale?
What we can do is snap him right back to normal.
Yeah, snap.
No, these are not for sale. These are just for enjoyment.
What if someone offered you
When
$1,000
people
for?
when
Well, then
people
I would
buy
sell it.
stuff,
I mean, I'm not an idiot. That's
it's a
It's a
businessman.
businessman, you know.
exactly.
1G.
As Jay-Z put it, I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman.
That's right. And you are a business, my man.
This is true. This is very true. I love that I'm talking, but like I have to cover up Kevin to get in it, and then it just seems racist. Like, hey, we're gonna cut out the black guy.
Yeah,
Like,
Hey, I've been through worse. It's all right.
it's all right. You can just lay across us
Yes.
like this.
Only at the
And
real
besides,
Sharp
you're
Box,
of
we
the
have
Persian
difficult
persuasion. They can appreciate
conversations.
that.
well, yeah, that's true. I guess, which is weird. Like, not a lot of people can tell that I'm Middle Eastern because I'm ethnically ambiguous to some degree. So,
That's
like,
true.
oh, you're a sweet Italian man. Like,
Yes,
yeah.
it-
Whatever you
is-
say, it's like,
it
hey,
is-
sure. If I'm Italian, I'm Italian.
It
Here's
is
the
in
weird
fact
thing.
Pitbull the singer right here.
Hey!
Or as my dad likes to say with his Persian accent, Pete balls. Yeah, I'm like, oh,
Hey,
Pete balls. I love
Pete
Pete
balls.
balls.
All right.
So you got an Italian, you got a Cuban, I'm sure.
Cuban, Puerto Rican, like all kinds of Mexican.
All the countries that play good baseball.
Pretty much,
Okay,
yeah.
great.
Oh, then you're set.
But here's the messed up part: is like having a shaved head, being a bald guy. I realize that like when I'm by myself, everybody assumes like, oh, this guy must have just got out of chemo treatment. What a brave soul! Let's all support this man's courage. Put two other dudes with shaved heads that look like me together and like hide the gay people and my black friend. There's a Klan rally coming through.
Yeah,
I don't understand that.
I get it. I get
Well,
it.
I saw a
Yes, the
picture of you.
sponsors
Yeah,
fly out the
locks.
door.
I had a massive afro at one point.
Did you?
I believe it.
It was huge.
Huh.
Yeah.
You're not the only bald man I know who's had massive afro before. I just want you to know. So I have an easy time.
I think
with
it's a common occurrence where like you have this luscious head of hair and you do nothing with it, and then all of a sudden a few strands go, and you're like, well, this isn't going to look good. Let's shave it off and just hope to God that your head doesn't look like Charles Barkley.
Well, hey, the only thing
That's
that
true.
matters, the only thing that matters, sure, is that your friends, your family, and your lady likes it. That's what matters.
Well, then I'm screwed, everybody.
All right, Reza, thank you so much. Are we doing well by you on this today?
You guys are doing fantastic. By the way, everyone that is watching, tell other people to support these guys because they are great human beings.
Thanks.
Support this man. Come to the grand opening. You have time.
There's still plenty of time.
20936 Devonshire
What
Street.
time? What time are we
Chatsworth,
open till
California.
tonight?
We are open until people decide to go home.
Okay, so
We'll
we're
be
all
open
night.
until the crack
We're
of
open all
dawn.
night.
Crack of
all
dawn. Come
night,
on down.
everybody.
We are here for you.
Let me tell you, one of the trends we've been doing with this podcast is we've been doing this in other comic shops. We are keeping you out after dark.
That's
That is
right.
an awesome thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Comic shops we found closed too early, so we like to keep them open. We like to keep them open a long time.
Now, finally, this is a topic Kevin brought up. Donald, I'd like you to jump in too. Kevin, you had said to me the other day that you feel the next decade of superhero films, you're going to see a reversal, and DC is going to take up the momentum, and
Oh,
Marvel
boy.
could possibly be falling backwards a little bit. Could you please explain what you meant?
This is
Well-
how Kevin starts a fight.
I know. That's how I started fighting. I think it's just a natural order of things. You're on top for so long, eventually things have to come crashing down. It may not be like a hard crash, but I think it's going to be, probably a soft crash. I think people after a while, they kind of get sick of the same old thing, and they're going to want to go the other way. That's just a natural, thing
Yeah.
in life.
Yeah.
So I think the 2020s, you might actually see a resurgence. You may see the DC movies come up and become super popular. And that's why I'm telling you now, you need to go and get some of these key books from DC, at least the ones that are affordable.
That
while
we
you
will
still
be
can.
talking about heavily in the second hour. Now, Kevin, what I'd also like to throw out to you is, so you have to build some sort of a foundation here to come up with an idea, other than I just feel. We don't do I just feel here. We have to support. So my question to you is, Aquaman, Shazam, the Joker film. Do you
Yes.
feel like DC is going in a better direction or something you're satisfied with?
It sure seems that way. And yes, I am satisfied. You're starting to see that they're figuring out their niche. That they're figuring out what they need to do. It's starting to slowly come together.
We got a question here from a fan. It says, pick one character from DC and Marvel that you want to come into our world. For real, into our world.
Oh, jeez.
I want to stress how important it is not to pick the strongest person, because that's a mistake.
Right.
We need somebody that's a little bit vulnerable so we can kind of feel it out. Are they going to kill us? Are they here for good or what? Obviously Superman would be like everybody's number one choice right away, just because he's supposed to be good, for good. But my argument is, I turn into an asshole when I'm in traffic. So you can only imagine what Superman would be like if he was brought into this world. So I question him, like his integrity.
His mood swings.
Yeah, in this world, I question it. But outside of that, I think we need somebody that's going to be more like a Batman, like a vigilante type thing. So I would say Batman would be a good choice. Kind of bring a little fear to people and make them realize that they shouldn't, maybe pickpockets or something. They'll get their ass beat.
So you don't want any magic? You don't want any John Constantine?
None of that right now. No. We're first introductions. No, we need like a Daredevil or a Batman or something. I'm okay with that.
I quite like Spider-Man, and I want to say not the way that Sam Raimi's movies eventually got to, where he was invulnerable in many respects. If you read the Spider-Man comic with regularity, he has vulnerabilities. You believe he can die at any moment. He, of course, is super. He has great powers, does all these things, but he kind of does what Batman does. He keeps the crime down. He just has wisecracks, and he's not so dark.
Yep.
So, Kevin, while we're on Aquaman as part of the DC movie, I was really happy with the way they did the Black Manta. What was your feeling on the Black Manta being in that movie?
Oh, it was well done.
Now, is this guy that played Black Manta, is that the same guy that was from the Lowdown? I think was it the Netflix show?
I think so. I think might be the same. I gotta look it up.
Yeah, because I think that's also the same guy that's now in the Watchmen TV series on HBO. He's phenomenal actor, just all across the board. And choosing Black Manta for that and lining it up with Ocean Master, I think was a brilliant idea. Introduces you very firmly into Aquaman's world and brings him back into the ocean. I found the movie to be excellent. It was one of DC's best in a long time. So, yeah, Patrick Wilson. It was great.
And just an FYI, this is not just scenery behind us. These books are for sale.
Yes, all these books are for sale.
All right, so let's take a moment to talk about Shazam. Now, this is a movie, Donald, I know you were really excited about. Did it meet the expectations that you wanted it to meet?
Okay, so yes and no. I loved Shazam. I thought it was great. I thought the innocence and comedy were spot on, perfect. Casting was exceptional. The only issue I had was DC's continued problem with CGI villains. We need
Wonder Woman.
We need to cut that out, guys. You're here, and I need you out of here. You know what I mean? Like you need to bring it down.
Can't relate to it.
Now,
Warner Brothers, you've gone crazy. Stop it.
Were you at all bothered that Mark Strong is yet another supervillain?
No, I mean, he's a good actor. I thought he was fine. Yeah, he's a good actor. I do think that they need to start looking at other people to play characters in superhero films. Anybody. I can't think of who, but one. We'll discuss
with that thought.
This.
Look, we are actually wrapping up hour 1 here, folks. Just to give you an idea, in hour 2, we are going to do our famous prospecting, where we are here to make you rich and are right at least 9 out of 10 times. We have some Star Wars discussion and kind of a tease of an MCU podcast that we had just recorded. Little tease. We don't want to give everything away, but what our favorite MCU movies are, and we went through all of them.
And also, I'm going to take that book that Kevin gave me for Sinestro to the car.
And as I promised you, I am in the works right now to show you at the shop right here is a Supergirl first appearance. I did not stutter. A Supergirl first appearance, which I will show you on camera in the second hour. We're at We Can Be Heroes. Kevin, address?
20936 Devonshire Street, Chatsworth, California.
All right, we're going to take a 5 to 10, and we will be back. Thank you very much.
All right, we're going on break. We're going to keep the feed going, guys, so you can see the lovely wall. You might see a couple of us pass through.
If you see a comic, let us know.
Yeah, if you see something you like. But we'll be right back.
Never mind. Over. I was going to tickle you. Donald, you guys have the...
watching foul mouth.
I just realized, the whole time I was walking around, oh yeah, Kevin wanted to call me to show off comics and stuff. I hadn't come on at all yet. I'm going to go make it again.
Yeah, you need it?
I did.
Someone's buying it?
It's him.
I realized that I had the hood on this. I'm just like, wait a minute. That is a perfect fucking callback to the beginning of the podcast. I gotta do it.
Yep, it worked out. It made perfect sense. And they kind of went in line with each other.
That Blue Beetle outfit is insane.
Thank you.
Where did you even get that? Like, who makes that?
I had it made. The guy in Texas made it for me.
Well, then that explains it.
And let me tell you, slave children from made that costume. He didn't care.
As well, you should not care.
We've advertised. Those are good.
I'll put these back.
Yeah, I'll put it back on and walk around.
I got it.
I got no shame.
I'll put it back.
All right. Yeah. Good.
See, it works. Just like this.
I'm fine. No, I've been doing this since you were this tall, sucking on your mama's teeth. This tall. I'm just changing back here, guys. Don't mind me. Blue Beetle's back. I don't know if you guys know, but I do a web series called The Blue Beetle Tech Cord Returns. It's on rumblespoon.com. You should check it out sometime. It's quite amazing. I do ninja kicks and stuff. Okay, I don't really do that. I don't know how to do any of that. But it's action-y sometimes. There's some comedy. I fall down a lot. Yeah, I'll take this costume off for money. You guys didn't hear that, did you? I hope not. This is... You like that? No? All right. Oh, everybody just left. Oh, Maxwell Lord is not behind me, is he? Is he? Is he? No, he's not. All right. I'll be back. Yeah.
Oh, good.
We're actually picking these. Oh yeah, I think the collection be my opinion. Right.
That's where you learn.
Oh yeah.
It'd be really cool. I hope that you do. I don't know. I'm bad.
Well, no, I See, you have to do something. No, you can
I mean, it's worth $120.
Yeah.
We already get the answer automatically. Once you fill up, there's kind of just fill it out and then I can put it up and like get around.
By the way, thank you for focusing on
But you're fine.
No, that's it. That's the end of it. No, I was just saying thank you.
You want anything to drink?
Oh, I got everything right here. Thanks, my man.
We got a little time in the water.
Doc, yeah, we're getting ready to start hour 2 here. I think as soon as it's done, take a photo with Louis. We're going to go ahead and hopefully, I didn't want
We're having fun.
We're gonna be in there.
I have the final issue. I don't think that.
I did it when I thought that made sense. I did it.
Hey, look over here. One card, you can't even take it out.
thank you.
So the way he.
All right.
All right, everybody. So this prospecting book here. This is the first appearance of Yami Reyes. This is the Blue Beetle that replaced me, Ted Cord. So this book, it's crap. Don't buy it. No one wants it. It's crap. It's a crap book. It's a crap book. Actually, they are selling it at the shop. So if you do happen to want it for some odd reason, even though it's not the right Blue Beetle, you certainly can pick it up here. It is available. I guess some people like it. I don't know. I'll be back.
From who this time? From so and so.
Oh, I don't know.
That's $5
Oh, yeah. I assume you guys did a bit with the gloves, right?
Yeah, he reservoired on there.
I know, but you guys didn't do it with McDonald's at all?
Well, he is.
Did you see my little bit?
That was good. It was great. Little stuff. You never know what will happen on the little short box.
Or on a live stream.
All right. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to hour 2 of the Real Short Box. We're just casually coming on in here. What's going on, brother? Bow down to the king.
You been in medieval times again?
No, I have not actually. I got this actually at the last con that we went to, Long Beach Comic Con, and a free pen.
A free pen.
Absolutely. It just gives me a whole new opinion of medieval times after getting this and a free pen.
Well, they do say that the pen is mightier than the sword.
Yes, they do. So here's the thing. We are still chilling out here at We Can Be Heroes, right over here on Devonshire, next to, of course, a McDonald's.
Is that who I think that is?
That is absolutely who you think it is. That is Ronald MacDonald.
And his hair.
And look at it. You squeeze him. You go easy on him. He's ancient. All right, see, he's now blowing the whistle. We have Grimace down here in his pocket. What is Grimace doing in his pocket? We're right next to a McDonald's.
Well, you know,
this is how you find us.
I always like the Hamburglar.
You gotta love the Hamburglar. How
Hamburglar
do you
was
not
cool.
love the Hamburglar?
One thing I do miss from McDonald's, and this is why it's not as good as it used to be, those old school quarter-sized chocolate chip cookies. Those were delicious.
They really were.
And yet those idiots at the end of the 90s decided to discontinue them.
Yeah, the apple pie thing was not an acceptable substitute. All right, and if you come on down here, there is a quite distinct possibility that you might get yourself some tequila.
Is that Paul Rubens?
Pee
Wee Herman?
This is Paul Rubens. This is Pee Wee Herman.
Hey, does that string do something?
It does. It's kind of dead now.
Oh.
See, look. No, it still makes noise. So you see, but it's just not really all that functional anymore. So what we've got going on here is we've got a little bit of this. We have some tequila possibly waiting for you. Pee Wee, thanks for joining the show. No, he's not really going to talk. He's just a piece of wood. All right. So, Kevin, we have some interesting things coming up this hour prospecting. We would like to know where Donald has gone, but he has given us full permission to do the show without him.
Well, he'll be back in a moment.
That's right.
Gotta be patient.
Okay. Now, when we get into prospecting, as you know, we are 9 out of 10 times pretty accurate on our predictions, and that's something we're quite proud of here.
Pretty accurate.
So explain, when you're prospecting, what is your best advice when you're prospecting books?
Well, you said something earlier before the end of the first hour. Buy low and sell high if you want to.
That's just like the stock market.
Just like the stock
How
market.
do you know when is a good time to buy low? Is there any tells or any hints?
Well, one way I would say is even when something hasn't been announced, if you really like it, just go get it. Or if you have a feeling, just go pick it up. Especially if it's at a low price, $10 or something like that, $20, just go get it.
Now, how often does that actually work out for you? Because I assume you're gonna have to buy a strew of books, maybe like 50 a month or something.
No. I don't mean that. I mean just just be very judicious about it. You can buy 3 books a month or something like that. Just be very. If you think that a certain character like a Spider-Woman, I had a good feeling about a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Just pick up those first appearances. They didn't cost much, and now things are in motion.
Now,
She-Hulk, number one. She-Hulk is another one. I had a feeling. I went and got it early, and it didn't cost much of anything. And now,
oh no, She-Hulk's done wonderful. By the way, over here at I teased this in the first hour, and now it's time to show up and pony up the proof.
Okay.
All right, we are over here at We Can Be Heroes on Devonshire, over in Chatsworth. I am going to show you the first appearance of Supergirl. It is actually here, folks. This is not a drill.
It is for sale.
Not a reprint either. This is the first appearance of Supergirl. This is an awesome book. This is in a display case all on its own because of the significance of this book.
Jared, Jason, thank you. Good to see you.
Yes, absolutely. So, guys, come on down here. We've been showing a multitude of books here. This is just a taste of the kind of things that they have.
Small
at We
taste.
Can Be Heroes.
Small
Okay.
taste.
This is one of these moments. If you want to, I'm holding this very still. You guys can capture pictures of this online because this is not something you will see at a store often. This is usually in a private collection somewhere or at a very, very hyper convention.
And getting back to Green Lantern earlier, here is the first appearance of Guy Gardner.
Wow.
A lot of people are big fans of the Green Lantern Guy Gardner.
Now, here's my feeling with Guy Gardner. Now, is there? I feel like you're a Hal Jordan guy, or am I incorrect?
Yeah, Hal Jordan and John Stewart.
John Stewart, is there
Both
one
of
you
them.
prefer?
It's kind of a tie. I like both of them.
Okay, so
1A, 1B.
where does Guy Gardner kind of fit into the whole Lantern mold?
Well, technically, he was the original person picked to be the Green Lantern, but things just didn't work out. And Hal Jordan ended up becoming the first Earth-bound Green Lantern. So there's a little conflict there, but Guy has proven himself to be a good friend, a good ally. He's just a very tough dude. He has a good attitude. He has a bad attitude, so he's very popular. A lot of people like those badass, characters.
Oh, I've just got word, by the way. Donald has been busy securing possible sponsors. This has been a very successful podcast at the moment. Apparently, there's like really good stuff. We have great news coming up, and is he going to do this a second time? Oh, well, welcome back in, sir.
Well,
Hey, guys. Hey. Nice to see you all here.
how you doing there, buddy?
I'm great.
Yeah, how are you?
Kevin, I brought your book back for you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You see, when you're a comic book fan and someone tries to take something that's precious to you, bad things happen. Am I right?
Lesson learned.
And if you're rich, you can hire somebody to take the fall.
That's true too. That's
You guys
true
remember
too.
the Fall Guy?
Wait, that was an old show, right?
Yeah. Yes, it was an old show. That shit was dope.
Unlike your neck.
Yeah, don't laugh too hard; it's gonna hurt.
I think it's okay.
Oh, okay. Must have gone to our favorite chiropractor in Encino, California to get yourself fixed immediately.
Dr. Franco.
Guys,
Franco.
okay, so breaking news. The new Star Wars trailer is out, and I still don't care.
You're shitting me.
Whoa, bro. Don't you know that we have sponsors that we just added on top of Spiro's?
What the hell?
By you doing that, by you saying that, you cost like $100 right there.
Oh, who gives a shit?
Whoa.
Seriously?
That's $500. Come on, man. Chill.
$500?
Look, we need as much money as possible to keep this
Is he
show.
shitting
Dude,
Listen,
that's like $750.
Oh, God.
there's another. Listen, we have so far lost, thanks to you, Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, I love Chick-fil-A.
The In-N-Out Burger.
I don't care much for that one, but we still need them.
The Fellowship of Christian Athletes. The Salvation Army. The Libertarian Party. Really
Libertarian Party? How do you lose Libertarian Party?
They don't care about anything. They just want to be left alone. But you did it.
Okay. I won't say another word. I won't say anything.
You got 2 sponsors left, so you got.
I'm done. I won't say anything.
You got 2 sponsors left, man. Now you're using the Lord's name in vain. So there it goes. There goes the Church of Latter-day Saints now.
No, I don't know if I can confirm that, but we definitely lost the United Negro College Fund.
Great. And unfortunately for you, a terrible mind is a thing to waste.
And the Tim Ryan for President of the United States campaign, he's no longer running, and we lost money from them.
Wow.
Thanks. Hobby Lobby, Costco.
Wow. Hey, wait. Well, what's the meaning of this? Are you stupid, man?
What?
That T-shirt.
What's wrong with it?
Eat me?
It was on sale.
Wow.
You know what? People that eat are typically very wealthy. And I mean eat a lot. And you know why they're wealthy? Because they took advice on our prospecting podcast.
I'm just a big fan of Alice in Wonderland, guys.
All right. So
Drink Me didn't make any sense.
let's really get started in on this prospecting. Okay, guys. We are actually going to theme something. So we covered Marvel pretty heavily in our last live stream. We are going to hit DC with a ton of bricks here.
Thank you, Stealth Wings. He said great show.
Oh, thank you so much.
Jason.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's Stealth Wing. We protect the innocent
Stealth
on this
Wing,
show.
not wings. We've been over this, Jason.
That's right.
I'm sorry.
Take me on your mighty Stealth Wings.
Look how nice the Lord
Yes, it's from Top Gun soundtrack. Okay, so here we go.
Jared, it probably does have the masturbating hand action, I think. and your prospecting Supergirl will go up. Yeah, she flies.
She's been going up for a long time. All right, so let's get here. This is interesting. We have noticed a big shift in technology that has been happening with CGI, as it always is.
Beta's not a thing anymore.
And we are really starting to notice a lot of high-tech style shows. And we are going to do a prospecting now on comic books that take place in space. Now, right off the bat.
Yes. The reason why we're doing this the reason why we're going into this is because we've got the announcement of what television series coming from HBO? I think it's
Adam
HBO
Strange.
Max
Adam Strange?
or something. Yeah, the Adam Strange television show. So what this is going to do, this is going to open the door for the DC universe in space. Basically, they tried it a while back, 2011, I think, with Green Lantern with Ryan Reynolds. It didn't work. It was a disaster. So they're taking a better approach. They're going back. And they're going small, so they're going back to the small screen television, and they're going to try to expand this universe from there. So that means a lot of potentially new characters you haven't seen on television before coming out and being introduced to a large audience, millions and millions of people, whereas it was just for hardcore comic book readers. So now we're getting some people have gotten a taste of Lobo already because of one of Darren's favorites, the Krypton series on Sci-Fi Network.
Was it?
They got a little taste of him from there, but now that's going to be introduced more to the masses in a better environment, let's say, than a series from Sci-Fi that already is canceled.
Now, Lobo is one of our favorites characters. Has appeared very high on our top villains list. And you can find Lobo's first appearance in the Omega Men 3, which I assume you guys probably own.
I know I have at least 1 or 2 copies. I know you have like 10 or something like that. Something ridiculous.
1 point, but I've sold them off.
Oh, you liquidated some of them.
Some of them. Oh, yeah. Especially when they announced that they were going to do a spinoff from the Krypton series to create a Lobo series. That was when it was at its peak, so I sold it, and now it's back down again. So I'm glad I did what I did.
Do you have a first Adam Strange Showcase 17? I know a good friend of ours, and I would call him by the code name the Lord of Encino. Definitely has a copy.
Yeah, some people just get darn lucky with that kind of stuff. Not me. Not me.
And now, here's something interesting. We have a Superman number 167, first appearance of Viral Dox. Why is Viral Dox someone that you can anticipate seeing?
Okay, so Kevin can say, because of the introduction of Lobo into this, Lobo was actually on the team with Viral Dox of Legion. Not Legion of Superheroes, Legion, that eventually turned into a series called Rebels, which then got in the hands of Tony Bedard, who just took this and just ran with it.
Literally.
Right out of her.
We love Tony Bedard. We would love to have you on the show. You're a good writer, sir.
Why does he always leave our podcast? I mean, Kevin, I could talk to you for hours. We've done it before.
Strange. He's a strange fellow,
But, maybe wanted one of those hot dogs that they're grilling up in the back there.
The hot dogs are laced with something. That's the problem.
Now, I don't want to continue on with the prospect until he returns, because I know he's got some thoughts on a few things here. Kevin, some observations I noticed when I was Black Friday shopping. Okay. Now, this is interesting. So there were a lot of copies of Spider-Man Homecoming and Far From Home that were not selling in the store. However, Donald told me for certain, he was saying that online
they were selling out.
Sold out. Just gone.
Well, it might just reflect the age we live in now. People just prefer digital or just picking it up online, which, by the way, is a smart way to go.
Talking about Spider-Man?
Yeah. That's a smart way to go. Why go to these stores, shopping, trampling over children, and beating up old grannies just to get a sale?
I didn't think that was an option. Could we have done that?
No. Well, look, what I'm saying is...
What, beat up grannies and stomp over little children to get a sale? That's not
so
good.
Going for the same price at Walmart was a Shazam in 4K.
I guess it's a bad thing.
Was Shazam in 4K. Now, Shazam in 4K sold out relatively quick in the store, right? But not the Spider-Man movies. So I don't know. I mean, is Spider-Man fatigue setting in? You'll never know.
Well, maybe I'm right a little bit. Maybe the tide is turning.
Absolutely. All right, so we want to talk also about the first appearance of the Omega Men. That, of course, would be the Green Lantern, number 141.
First appearance of the Omega Men. It's a ragtag group of kind of outlaw band of heroes, kind of like you would see from the Guardians of the Galaxy, but a little more out there even yet. I would say there's definitely potential there. Definitely potential there for characters and stuff. The books never really hit the mark, so to speak.
And that's okay. Remember, certain things became
Some things
popular,
were just too
and the books
weird
didn't
for
take
their
off.
own good. Yeah,
Hey,
but
Guardians of the Galaxy, were those books hot sellers before that movie came out? Before the movie came out?
no.
So you never know.
No.
Blade, was Blade like a hot seller
No.
book either?
I absolutely not. Well,
Even Iron Man, Your Precious Iron Man, was not necessarily
No.
like the highest selling book, but yet
Right.
when people get a taste cinematically, you have a chance. People will grow to love it.
all right, so here's another interesting thing, though. Is this Green Lantern 141? Is this in the affordable range for prospecting right now?
Oh my God, yes. Are you kidding me?
What number are
Right?
we?
That's the first Omega Man.
Yeah, what number are we talking about roughly?
$15.
Wow.
Yeah, you could probably
Very
get it.
affordable.
Honestly, there's a lot of people that don't even know anything about that book, so
And
I'm
no
sure
doubt,
you could find it for a couple bucks.
Our good friend,
$1,
the Dark
$2.
Lord of Encino, definitely has it.
No. That's why we rehearse ahead of time, Kevin. All right, so once again, okay, Kevin, I'll give you an opportunity again to show off Green Lantern number 7. Come on.
All right.
Because you cannot do a series in space without Sinestro.
No, you can't.
Look at
Good.
this. And it's still raw. Kevin, why have you not slabbed this book? I'm
Because
curious.
we've established Kevin likes it raw.
Not necessarily. I mean, I've thought about it. First, there's some
Yeah,
other books.
nobody? Okay.
Some other books I wanted to get slabbed first before I get to this one. Matter of fact, you know what's gonna be the next one? Flash
What?
123.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Why?
No,
Why
it's
would you
not.
do that one?
It's a very important book. It has the two Flashes meeting each other for the first time.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, that's key stuff right there. Okay, so here's something we have to. This is an interesting comic book. Invasion number 1, the first appearance of the Legion.
Yeah, the first appearance of the Legion, which is Vril Drops' team, which is where Lobo comes into play. It's a very important book, and also extremely cheap. You can find it in the 50-cent bin. I can guarantee it.
Get it now while you still can.
You should absolutely get it.
Like I said, the 2020s is where I believe DC movies and TV shows are going to really continue to grow.
Let's see if I got anything in here in my little bag of tricks.
All right.
Actually, yeah, I do have something here real quick. It's Green Lantern 173. I think this is going to be an important one to look for very soon. Reason being it's going to be so important is because of that little Suicide Squad movie that James Gunn's doing.
Yes.
We've got a character called the Javelin that's going to be in it, and this is his first appearance. So beware the Javelin. This was not $6. I paid $3. It's 50% off. So just to let you know, you can get it for a couple bucks. $1 probably, $2, $3. Any more than $5, and I wouldn't buy it right now, just because I'm sure this is going to be one of those characters in the Suicide Squad movie that just dies instantly or like halfway through the film or something. But hopefully he dies a glorious death and is an awesome character in the movie. And with James Gunn, what he did with the Suicide Squad, I'm no doubt that's what he's going to do for what he did for the Guardians. No doubt what he's going to do for Suicide Squad. So definitely look into this book.
Yeah, absolutely. I also in Invasion 1 we have the first appearance of the Rebels, which is just a matter of time before we would more than likely see them too.
Yeah, well, Rebels and Legion are basically the same team. It's just that they broke off from the Legion government kind of policing policy, and because Vril Dox had a son, and his infant son was born so intelligent that he realized that he could take over from his father.
Brainiac 3, right? That's what he's called?
Yeah, so he took over and basically ousted his dad, who took his group of members and ran off and created the Rebels.
And finally, on our space theme here, we're going to talk about the first appearance of the Larfleeze, which is Green Lantern Volume 4, number 25.
Larfleeze, a very interesting character.
How interesting is Larfleeze?
Well, he's one of the different colored lanterns, the orange lantern.
You know what? Have you talked about the lantern rings and stuff yet?
No, I have not.
Come in the middle. He needs center stage
I don't know
for
about-
this.
I don't know
Trust me.
about
Get in it.
America needs to see you.
America needs to
And
see
the
you.
world.
Fine.
All right. Why? He just disappeared again.
Again.
All right. Give an opportunity. Please explain the different coding of lanterns. I think it's important. This is something that gets confusing very quickly if you don't know
Well,
what
it's
you mean.
obvious that Jeff Johns, when he created all these different color lantern teams that he was taking it from the chakras, especially out here in LA. It's a very spiritual thing that people are into. So let's start with here. You have the Red Lantern Corps.
Okay.
They're full of rage. There's blood coming out of their mouths. They're so angry. It's one of the most powerful Lantern Corps out there. And it's no joke. I mean, literally, at one point, your boy Guy Gardner actually was a Red Lantern briefly. So it just basically the emotion. It's about the emotional spectrum. So the emotion of rage powers them and gets them going.
Okay.
Now, the next one is the Orange Lantern. That's one of greed and avarice, and that's where Larfleeze is from. Now, he's so greedy, there's technically no other members of the team. Basically, when you become a member of his team, he basically kills you and takes your soul. So basically, you have these zombie construct projections that make up the team along with him.
Zombie construct projections?
That's the best way I can describe it.
Wow. Okay.
So he's really technically the only member. It's just everyone else is just basically almost like these souls, essentially, that he has. So, but he's an interesting character, Larfleeze. There's even a Christmas special book you should get. It came about maybe 10 years ago, where you get to see a little bit more of his, I guess you could say almost like his humanity in a way. They kind of humanize him a little bit.
Okay.
You can tell that he comes from a lot of pain and suffering.
Okay.
The next one, of course, is one that most people are familiar with, is the Yellow Lanterns, or
Okay.
the Sinestro Corps, which is, of course, made of fear. And Sinestro, of course, is a master of that.
Now, in the Green Lantern film, as far as parallax and the use of fear, how accurate do you feel like that film was in capturing that part of the storyline?
Yeah, so. I mean, Parallax doesn't look like a cloud, that's for sure.
Right.
We have Fantastic Four as well, and ever since Independence Day, everyone's been trying to use the ominous cloud in a movie. It just doesn't work.
Well, I'm sure it helps on your budget, though.
Oh yes, of course. When the money's running low, I guess that's where you got to go to.
All right. So what's our next core here?
Okay, then there's obviously the Green Lantern Corps itself, and some people don't know it's basically about willpower. That's basically the emotion that's being used to power the Green Lantern Corps. Then you have the Blue Lantern Corps, and the emotion of hope. Is what powers them. Those guys are kind of like the it's just like the peaceniks of all these different Lantern Corps. They're very peaceful. They'll try to fight you. They're not trying to fight you. It's only that they absolutely have to. They're all about peace be with you, brother. You know, that kind of thing. They're just very a chilled group. You know, they're really just trying to make the universe a better place, so to speak.
Okay.
That's a very powerful.
Hope is powerful.
Hope is powerful.
Yeah.
Then you have another interesting one, the Indigo Lantern Corps. That one is made up of compassion. Now, what's interesting about these guys, they're actually technically imprisoned within this corps. Because when they finally reveal the origin about them, you find out that these people who are part of this Indigo Lanterns are actually the Indigo tribe. They're actually originally were bad people. They're originally like criminals. And so that particular lantern ring is actually what keeps them in check and makes them a more compassionate people. So if you look at them carefully, you can kind of tell they're kind of like locked in. So if you remove it, all of a sudden they'll go back to their original bad selves, shall we say.
Okay.
Then there is the Violet Lantern, but not really called that. It's really Star Sapphires. It's basically all ladies, all females practically.
Wow.
And their emotion is the emotions spectrum of love. That's what powers them.
Love how, though?
Just the love of, well, beyond humanity, but just the love of everything.
Now, do all these multiple? This is some for our audience stuff. Do all of these corps have rings?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
They all have rings.
Okay.
And then the last two will be the Black Lantern Corps, and that's basically, you can probably imagine, death.
Of course.
So that kind of creates zombies, in a way, they're just projecting death and just doing, things you expect. And then last but not least is the White Lantern Corps, which is the opposite. It's about life. So it's about resurrection, renewal. That's what powers that particular corps.
Now, have the Life and Death Lanterns fought before?
Oh, yeah.
And who ends up winning?
During the Blackest Night, well, I guess you could say the White Lanterns in the end kind of won out. But, can Black and Death actually always be gone forever? Of course not.
Now, we're going to do some additional prospecting here. And, of course, we must have.
The Iron Man hat.
Yes, because
there we go.
Why are you not buying this book right now? This is the first appearance of Jim Rhodes, a.k.a. the War Machine. This movie has been close to being made 3 times, folks. 3 times.
At some point, it's going to come.
This is still quite affordable. This is a $20 book, folks. Get on this as quickly as possible. The first appearance of Rhodey, a.k.a. the War Machine. Get on it, folks. I'm telling you, this is going to, at the very least, triple in value I have absolutely no doubt about that. Oh, welcome back, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. It's
You
good to be
missed
back.
my explanation of all the different
Aw.
lanterns.
You lost us like 15 live viewers, guys.
How?
What's going on?
How?
I don't know.
I don't
I explained
know
all the
either.
lantern cords.
Kevin, you didn't take your shirt off, did you?
No, I did not.
Okay, good. And we would have lost all of you.
Darren did.
So those that are watching, those of you that are watching, we've got a very special thing coming up. Darren,
Yes,
what is that special thing coming up?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Hey, guys, can you please? I'm not sure.
No? Kevin, what's that very special thing we have?
What could it be? What is it comprised of? What special thing are you
I
talking
don't know.
about?
What's in the drawer?
Oh, it's in the drawer.
Are you talking about this? Are you talking about this?
Yes, this.
It's worth a lot of money.
So this is the last Vampirilla, the last issue, right?
No.
Well, it has to be the last. This is issue 113.
Oh.
All right.
The Dark Lord of Encino agrees.
Look at that book. Isn't that cool?
Ooh.
That's pretty cool.
Look at the backside. That looks cool too.
The back.
The back cover looks cool. Look at
Kevin
that.
likes the back side, everybody.
Seriously, the back cover is cool too.
All right.
That's great.
And this is at We Can Be Heroes.
And you
Yes.
can have it. You can purchase this. Just come
Yep.
on by
Yep.
or go to the website.
And we can't talk about great comic shops, without mentioning our sponsor,
Spiro's Heroes.
The Godfather of comics.
Godfather Comics.
The Temple of Comics.
Temple of Comics, 300,000 books. But here at We Can Be Heroes, they've got a huge selection of variant books. Variant books.
Not just variant books, but also a very comprehensive toy figure collection.
Well, let's tackle one at a time. So, what makes these variants such a unique thing for a collector?
Okay, so basically, for collectors of variants, they want books that just they're artist fans. In other words, you have fans of writing, very good writing, and they'll follow writers around, and then you have people that are fans of artists, and they'll follow artists around.
And especially the covers. They love those covers.
Especially the covers. The covers can oftentimes make or break a book.
That's right.
If the cover's ugly and stupid, it's if the story's subpar or just okay, it's not going to sell. But
Unfortunately, people judge a book by a cover.
right, if the story sucks but the cover's brilliant, you might still be able to sell a decent amount. So it's very important to have a good-looking cover, which is why we have so many different good-looking variants from behind us. So let me see what we have here.
And I would venture to say over half of Donald's comic book purchases are based off of the cover.
So here we go. The Joker, You're the Villain #1. Look at this beautiful, beautiful book. It is for sale here, but that's not the point. The point is just how good looking it is.
Look at the detail of the cover. Look at that.
It's just a beautiful, beautiful book. And since we're talking Joker, I mean, look at this one. This one's just glorious. It's just a glorious cover.
This one you definitely got to show. Jock.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only set
And there's a little bats flying up there to make the dark around
This
the
is
eyes.
probably one of the
and
most
the hair.
iconic covers of this decade, in my opinion.
It's pretty iconic, yeah.
The 2010s. This is definitely one of
important.
the best ones of the decade.
Pretty important book.
Now, it's interesting. An issue that they have plenty of here that really jumps out to me is the variants for the Batman Detective Comics 1000. There are so many variants of this. It's unbelievable. And we have so many of them here just to begin with.
I think this one here. Yeah, just right behind your head, Darren. What's this one?
Now, the amount of variants that have come with Detective Comics 1000 is unbelievable, and we have a multitude of them here. Very seminal issue to have 1,000 comic books. I mean, that's unbelievable.
Very, very, very a cool concept that they did. DC's hitting it out of the park right now with their variants. They're doing something Marvel's struggling with, right, I think, as we speak. Marvel's variants are nowhere near the level that DC's currently are and what DC's been putting out. Just in their Deceased miniseries, which was like their version of Marvel Zombies, just their covers alone for DC's have been so vibrant and so diverse that it's just brilliant marketing. My hat's off to them. So well done, DC, on that.
Oh, Juice, I'm down. Thank you, my friend.
You like Oreo cookies that much?
Good.
I do like Oreo cookies quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, you're tempting me.
I prefer the mint ones.
All right.
All right. So
Thank you.
what's interesting, very soon we're going to be releasing some interesting podcasts. One of which is we are going to have a two-parter where we count down from 23 to 1 the best and the worst of the MCU movies.
Mm-hmm.
We do not want to give too much away, if anything, but I think it would be fair of us to give away what made number 23.
You really want to do that?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
We can do 23.
That's what I remember. Was it what I think it is?
I believe as for number 23, if I'm not mistaken, we had Iron Man 2,
Oh yeah, we did.
which is heartbreaking to an Iron Man fan like
Especially when
myself.
Iron Man, the first one, is one of the best ones.
So
out
we
there.
have it marked as our worst.
The Iron
Our
Man
least
fan here,
favorite.
folks.
Yeah,
Okay, the
our
guy
least
showing
favorite.
up with the Iron Man hat, killer. They ran out of money in the end. I swear to God,
Yeah,
they
it's just
must have
boring.
run
that,
out of money.
That fight scene at the end was boring. The villain,
lackluster.
not something. That's a one right there where they needed to have two strong villains. They needed, like they did Catwoman and the Penguin. Like boom, throw them in. That's what you needed. But they just didn't.
And look,
The story was weak.
I'm a big Sam Rockwell guy, but he's completely wrong for that part. Plain and simple. So much. And that was the first movie to be made by Marvel under the Disney banner, which
Yeah.
honestly, in my view, like the way they kicked off their first couple movies just did not work for me. But as Disney often does, they improved quite a bit. Speaking of Disney, I will have you know, when I was out with my lovely lady at Black Friday, Aladdin was not on sale anywhere, but there were lots of Lion Kings on sale.
You talking about
Yeah.
the most recent live action
Yes.
movie? Oh,
Yeah, the live action movie of a movie where there are no live action characters in it.
which by the way, I can't believe that movie, this live action version, made as much money as it did.
It would have made more if it had been actually good.
Look, if you have the name
Apparently
Lion King, you're going to make money. We all know this.
Yeah.
But why in the world would you remake virtually the same exact movie with nothing different, no energy?
Right.
It's like, oh, we got James Earl Jones. So what? The latest Star Wars movie had Luke Skywalker, and they still screwed it up.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me started on that.
No, we're going to definitely, I think
Get me
on our
depressed.
next live stream, we're going to delve into Star Wars, as it will be coming out a week before our next live stream.
Right. We want to actually, real quick, if we can take a moment. Now, I know we've been talking about a lot of Marvel movies, a lot of Star Wars, a lot of DC and stuff like that. We want to talk about like our favorite superhero movies. And one of mine personally, as far as like that's been out recently, probably would be, I think, would be, of course, for me, it was always been, and I've talked about this a lot, it's been Captain America, Winter Soldier.
Absolutely.
But also, I think the first Avengers was really good, and the second one it got better with age, to be honest. And then the third one,
Civil War.
the Avengers,
Civil War.
Well, Captain America Civil War was also good. But we also have a young member in our audience. We're going to bring her on again. She was here in the first hour to just mention her favorite. So Tessa, if you can come in here, and I'm gonna put her center stage so you guys can talk to her real quick about her favorite Marvel movie.
All right, Tessa, welcome back.
Guess who's back?
All right, you have the time?
Me.
All right, great. Give me a fist there, young lady. All right, for everyone to see. All right, so what is your favorite Marvel movie, young lady?
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, that's a good pick. That's a good
very
pick.
good pick.
I
One
like
of the
that.
more unique Spider-Man films, actually.
It's actually the first one I ever watched.
Oh,
Really?
It's a good choice.
Oh,
So what about it like struck you as being good? What drew you to it? What did you like about it?
Everything.
Everything.
Everything?
I liked
Miles Morales?
I liked the character named Penny,
Mm-hmm.
and I also liked Spider-Gwen.
Spider-Gwen's cool.
That's something I didn't see coming at all. Like she came out of nowhere and became one of the most popular Marvel characters in the last 10 years, I would say. Like she was basically the next Deadpool.
What about the Spider Noir character? The black and white.
Or Spider Ham.
Spider Ham was.
Spider
I
Ham.
like Spider Ham. I didn't
Spider-Ham.
like
Yeah.
the black and white one so much.
You did? Oh.
Yeah, well, that one was voiced by Nick Cage,
Nick
right?
Cage.
Yeah. That one's a bit silly. But Spider Ham was, speaking of silly, Spider Ham was really super cool. I really like that.
So
Yeah.
that's the first you watched. Have you watched any superhero movies since?
No.
No, not as far as you
But
can.
I have
Yeah, do you
got.
have any plans
but
on
I
watching
have
one?
got a few Spider-Gwen comic books.
Oh, good.
Really?
Very good.
Nice.
See?
Nice. We'll have to give you a list of films. We'll give them to your dad, a list of films that you have to watch.
You have to watch.
And then you'll be like, he'll sit you down and he'll be like, now you have to watch these. So the next time you get on the air, you can talk about them.
Okay.
Do you want to take a wild guess what the first comic book movie I saw was?
Spider-Man something.
No. That was many years after the fact. I'll give you one more guess. We can do this forever.
Superman something.
No, that's close, but not quite.
It's a good one.
Dick Tracy.
I have no idea what that is.
Dick Tracy has a napkin actually over there in the next room. The cupcakes we're serving have Dick Tracy napkins. I saw one
It's
flip.
like a
Here we go.
There he is, like a yellow.
Here is Dick Tracy right there. Very popular. Yeah. Cool. Very cool comic book.
No, I've
can't
actually not
believe-
seen that before.
I can't believe they made napkins of him. Like, honestly.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, who would do that?
I guess Warren Beatty got to get the money somehow.
You know, I have a feeling
Darren printed these.
those probably came out when the movie did. I mean,
Probably.
just look at the detail on that. There's no way that is a recent napkin.
These are vintage napkins.
You disgust me.
Oh.
All right. So, you having a fun time here? You stuck it out the whole time, Tessa.
Yes, I've had a few hot dogs.
Now,
I haven't had any.
the dispute I have to settle with the person across here that I'm married to. Do you put mustard on your hot dogs?
No.
Really?
Ketchup sometimes.
Wow.
I don't really like them.
I love mustard on my hot dog, Darren.
Huh. Okay. I mean, look, I look. Everyone has an opinion, even when it's wrong. But the thing is that
How's it
so
wrong?
you just go.
Wait,
you went with
just,
the plain.
just
How's it wrong?
ketchup? Just ketchup is all you like?
No onions?
I love raw.
There you
There
go.
you go. Yeah.
And for the 50 millionth time, we have barbecue out here, folks. Like, what a great grand
Yeah.
opening this
So
is.
if you're in the neighborhood.
Yeah, it
definitely,
really is.
You still have plenty of time to come down.
Yeah.
Yes.
It'll be a hoop.
If you don't believe us, believe her.
Mhm.
It's
There's
absolutely a
also
great time.
nachos and pizza.
Nachos and pizza.
Nachos. What?
Where you going?
I'm gonna go check out the nachos.
And there's also barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ooh.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
Hamburgers and hot dogs.
Hamburgers and hot dogs. What
And-
else could you ask for?
And does the food cost anything?
No.
No. Free. Free
And
food.
there's also cupcakes
Cupcakes.
that have comic book pages that are edible on them. They're little small comic book pages.
Really? So let me ask you this. When you went and grabbed a hot dog, did anybody say, oh, you're welcome, they're free, but you need to start buying our comic books? No, none of that's going on, right?
No.
No high pressure sales?
No.
You can't beat this, folks. Look, we're more high pressure than Julio is tonight, owner of this wonderful establishment, having a great kick-up.
Hopefully we'll hear from him before we sign out tonight.
You got to listen to the cue cards over here. They're telling you to say something.
They're saying best nacho cheese over and over again.
That's accurate.
That's nacho
Can you
cheese.
get the best nacho cheese in California at any other comic book store? I doubt it.
They said no.
Not a chance. All right. Well, is there anything else you'd like to share with us? Are you going to watch more superhero movies, even if they're not into the Spider-Verse?
Maybe.
You know,
Maybe.
the second Spider-Verse movie is coming out in 2022.
That's in like 3 years.
Yeah, but they announced it though.
Yeah.
How do they know?
Well, they showed you see the trailer yet? They showed a teaser trailer for it.
Cool, I guess.
It showed Spider-Man 2099.
Look, the fact of the matter is, Tessa, like these films, they take an extraordinary amount of time to make, especially the animated.
It takes a
movies.
long time.
You're talking about 2
Painfully
years in
long.
that pipeline.
At least painfully long to take.
And Sony, have you seen Hotel Transylvania?
Yes.
Okay, so that's made by Sony Pictures. Sony Pictures has a pipeline of animated films. Slowly but surely, they kind of have to come through. So that movie will take a full 2 years to make
At
once
least.
it's actually moving.
Sometimes 3 or
Whoa.
4 years.
Yeah.
So like the Hotel Transylvania 3 or whatever it's called,
Mhm.
maybe 2.
It
I
took
don't know.
2 years.
At least maybe 3 or 4.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Like the like the Toy Story movies, they take a long time to make.
Yeah,
I stopped watching Toy Story at like 2.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, I don't have any time for it anymore.
Oh,
But
that's
I-
unfortunate.
But I'm wanting to watch it again.
It's a good choice. Toy Story is a very classic Pixar film. Do you know who started Pixar Pictures?
Mm-mm.
George Lucas.
How do you guys know so much?
Well, you see, while you're busy out, do you play sports?
No.
Okay.
I
What-
do gymnastics.
Okay, while you were busy doing gymnastics, we were reading books, comic books, reading fun facts about all these things. But George Lucas actually did sell Pixar for roughly $10 million.
to Apple, Steve Jobs and Apple.
Yeah, and then Disney took it and has made it into a multi-billion-dollar production
$10
company.
billion.
Sold it for $10 million,
Oh.
and it's become a billion-dollar industry. Pixar. Yeah, it's pretty incredible. That's
It
right.
is.
Do you watch any TV shows right now?
Some.
Any in particular?
No, not really. I just watch whatever there is.
Okay. Well,
That
you're,
seems interesting, that is.
well, you're in a town that films a lot of these television shows, so you never know who you might run into on the streets. Is there anyone you'd like to meet in particular?
Billie Eilish.
Who?
Billie Eilish.
Oh yes, I've heard of him.
It's not a him, it's her.
Oh, it's a her. Oh my goodness.
Kevin, it was the her, not the him.
It was the her, not the him.
Yes,
Oh my
absolutely.
goodness.
The song maker.
The song maker.
Okay.
You see, what happens when you're behind the times? We're doing so much reading. We don't even know who the new people are coming out in pop culture.
Yes, and you might run into these people at any point. You know, when I was growing up, I used to watch these movies called Indiana Jones, right? Familiar with Indiana
Yes.
Jones? Okay.
The ride at Disneyland.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's based off the Raiders of the Lost Ark. And
They do have nachos.
So is this the best? Is this the
And
best
when we
cheese? Nacho
had-
cheese, supposedly.
When they were actually filming a 4th Indiana Jones movie, I actually was a stunt person in it, and I got to meet Harrison Ford and Steven Spielberg. And I
Wow.
never thought I would ever meet them. So just you never know when you're out on the street.
And George Lucas.
And George Lucas.
That's
Loves-
amazing.
Oh, thank you. It was amazing. So just always be optimistic. Hello. Oh, Julio said you can come out. Okay, well, we don't want to say no to Julio. Here, why don't you come take my seat? What's your name? Claire, come on, take your seat.
Hello, Claire.
If you have his daughter on, you're gonna have mine.
Absolutely.
So,
Might as well just since we're being taken over.
Max, just one.
yeah, Kev, get out of here.
Kids take over the world.
It's kids
Are you coming on?
for the next
Well,
for the
might
last
as
5
well.
minutes.
Yeah, you have your chance.
For the last 5 minutes, we have
Ask
the
them
kids.
anything you want. Max, go ahead.
Hello, YouTube. The kids are ruling this YouTube.
Oh.
Please, someone take over.
For this minute.
Get on in here. Get on in here. Go ahead, sit down. Sit down.
Hi.
I'll interview you with my hand.
Okay.
Okay. What's your name? Max. What's your name?
Claire.
Claire. What's your name again?
Tessa.
Okay. So we got Max,
Hi. Hey,
Tessa,
Mom.
and Claire. What's my
Hey.
name?
Donald.
Ah! He wins! That's round one. He wins round one. Yeah. Okay, round two. What superhero was I dressed as earlier?
Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle.
Boom!
Oh,
He wins round two! Wow, he's on it,
I
yo!
was gonna say it.
He's on it. Okay,
I was
this
gonna
is
say-
for all the marbles right here. If you get this right, then you get to wear this gauntlet.
I've worn it
Okay.
many times.
Act like you've never worn it before.
I've never worn it before,
Yeah.
everybody.
Okay?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
No one's
Like
worn
20
it before,
20
right?
minutes ago.
I've
No
never
one's
worn
had
it
it on.
ever.
20
No,
minutes
we
ago.
never wore it. Yes.
What? You already have one?
That means
Ah.
that
I
you're
got one for my
disqualified.
stepdad. Whatever. What's for all the marbles?
Okay. Here's the question. Here's the question of the day. Who is Spider-Man?
Peter Parker. Peter Parker.
Peter Parker.
Boom, Claire with the win.
Hey.
Can I have the
And this is
other
your
one?
first time wearing it,
Oh,
right?
really?
Yes, my
Right?
very
We
first
got
time.
some videos
Claire's
of us
very
doing
first
it.
It's my
time.
very first time.
You've
It's
never
not,
worn it before.
It's not like I've been wearing it for like months.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're second place. You get the gold one.
Oh yeah! Wait, I'm second place. No.
Second place gets to wear the gold one.
I like the gold one.
And then third place gets to wear the glove.
The little glove.
The glove.
I'm sad now.
I might as well just put this thing on now because it looks like they're going to beat the crap out of me.
Yeah. What do you?
There we go. See? There. You can't hit me. Guys, you can't hit me.
Yes, I
I've got a
can.
condition.
Yes, I can.
You feature one of these awesome cupcakes.
Oh yes, can I? May I?
No, you already had one.
Oh, wow.
No,
I
I want to show
I'm taking a
everyone.
picture of this.
Like,
This
can I
is
show?
The very nice design cupcakes.
beautiful. Wow.
Yeah, we're chilling out over here.
Woo woo. Hi, Mom.
These are beautiful.
Again.
Look at this, guys. We're going to show you this real quick. Look at these cupcakes. They put
Homemade.
little comic book designs on the cupcakes.
Actual comics. They're like you can even
Actual comic books.
Detective
Oh my
27.
God.
Can we do another quiz?
Another quiz? I think we could do another quiz.
Yay.
Another cupcake quiz.
Let's go.
Okay.
Hey, Dad.
Okay, so
Hey, Dad.
here we go. Here we
Dad,
go.
no? Okay, you don't want to watch me.
Okay.
It's fine.
This is round one of quiz number 2. Okay.
Should we take our gloves off?
That
We
means
can
if
win
you
again?
lose,
Yeah, take off our gloves.
no, you have to keep them on because it's going to
Oh!
embarrass. It's going to be embarrassing that you have to take it off to give it to somebody else.
Oh
Be
yeah,
way better
I'm
than
here
me
for
having
the
to-
win.
So let's.
Okay.
Oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome.
I'm here for first place, guys.
Okay, so here we go. Here we
I'm
go.
here for first.
All right, we
We're all
all
here.
know who Superman is, right? This is
Yes.
question 1.
I don't read comics.
I don't read.
Okay.
I watch a lot.
So you know who
I know.
Superman is?
Yes, I do.
I don't.
I don't know his real name.
It's not Glenn Clark, but
Why is my thing exploding?
so and that's not even the question. You didn't even let me ask.
Okay.
Okay, so Superman, we all know who he is.
Yes.
Superman has an alter ego, and that alter ego is married to what lady?
What?
No, I don't read comics.
Me neither.
Superman's wife. Come on.
I don't know. How are we supposed to
Is her name wife?
Come on.
Next.
Come on. It's Glenn.
There's
Glenn
$100
something.
on the line.
Glenn something.
It's not Glenn something.
It
Why
is
would I was just
Glenn
kidding? Why
something.
would it be Glenn?
$100.
You just said it's
if you
Glenn.
can figure out who
You just
that
said her
is.
name's Glenn.
I was kidding. Obviously, it's
Next.
not Glenn.
Well, whatever.
Next. I hit the next button.
Okay, so they got this wrong. This is going poorly.
$100 to the child.
Okay.
Figure it
Wait,
out.
really? Wait, really?
Okay.
Really? No. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, apparently
That's
Kevin's
a
giving,
deal made.
Kevin's
Deal
giving away a
made,
lot
guys.
of money.
Deal made.
Okay, so next question.
My glove, wait.
Next question. Next question. Somebody has to get this one right. Okay.
Yes.
Can it
Okay.
be easier then?
Yes. It has to be easy. Easy.
Easy. That was a tough one. I know.
Medium.
No, easy.
Okay.
Okay.
Who was Peter Parker's uncle? Also named after rice.
I don't.
The guy.
The guy.
What about? It's not Rice-A-Roni, guys.
Who's uncle? Wait, what?
Peter
Peter
Parker's
Parker,
uncle.
Spider-Man's uncle.
What about what movie? Which movie? Spider-Verse?
Any of them.
Oh, the Spider-Verse one. I don't know. Oh wait, he's a villain. He was a villain. Do you have to know the name? The name's.
He was a villain.
That's what I said. He was a villain.
Okay,
I
give me
said
the name of the villain.
I don't know the name of the villain. He had
Me
like big
neither.
spurs. I don't know.
Is there anybody listening live that can tell us?
Yes.
Just put it on the comment.
Because-
Yeah,
right
put
now.
it on the comments.
comments.
Whoever
Right
can
now.
read it first.
Please.
And I'm gonna read it first. I'm gonna read it.
Apparently, that's how we're going to do this now. Whoever can just read, whoever's giving the answer
Yes,
wins.
say something. That's what I'm reading. It says say
Say
something.
something.
Yeah.
Say.
Something. Why are you
Wait,
putting
last
so many
time.
G's?
I didn't say something.
You didn't say anything.
Oh my God! No, you do it.
Something. Please, is anyone watching this? This is how we know if anyone is watching this or if any.
Wait, I smelled something.
Yeah, you did, but that's okay. They've got the gist of it. Say something. Okay, so next question. All right.
Okay, we don't have to. Can we
Next
just skip that
question.
one then?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna skip
Wait,
it. because we're not
hi,
gonna-
Max. How about the answer to the question?
Hello,
That's
family.
not
Hello,
the answer to the
friends.
question.
How about
Hello.
this? You can say all of our names and
Okay.
we'll say hi.
my name.
Here's the next question. You ready?
Where did it say my name?
Hi,
So
Max.
somebody's saying hi.
Oh, it
Max.
said hi, Max.
You said
Oh.
yeah, see?
Anyone want to say hi, Claire? Hey.
Anyone want to say
Okay.
hi, Tessa? Okay, let's get on to
Okay,
the
next question. Next question. You haven't answered any, by the way. You're all wrong. So
I did Peter Parker. I got all the marbles. I was
gonna
first
say
place.
best 3 out of 5, but I think we're gonna just go
What?
with 1 out of 3.
What? Wait, what? I'm
Okay.
barely shown.
Who is
Who is
DC Universe's
DC Universes?
number 1
Number one.
superhero that is a woman?
Superwoman. Superwoman. I said Superwoman.
No.
Supergirl. I meant Supergirl.
No.
So what?
No,
Who?
it's not Supergirl. It's close.
Batwoman.
It's close.
Batwoman.
It's not Batwoman.
Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman.
Boom. Got it.
Ah!
Just got it. So you don't have to change gauntlets. You get to keep
Honestly,
it.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't know.
Who knows that?
You cheated, didn't you?
Comment
No, I
down.
didn't.
Comment down below
Okay.
if you knew
I
that
didn't
before
cheat.
we said that.
I didn't cheat.
All right. So,
I
second
didn't
place.
cheat.
This is for second place. This is between Max and Tessa. Okay.
Aw.
Second
Okay, I'm gonna
place.
sit back here in the
All
shade.
right. This is for all the
I'm gonna
marbles.
sit back here.
Yeah,
All
get
the
going.
marbles.
No, I'm gonna watch.
Now, who is this character on this napkin?
I did. I know it. I know it. It's Tracy. Dick Tracy.
Boom! Max gets it.
I feel bad. I feel.
And that away,
I feel
none of
bad.
you have to change anything because you're all still in the same exact order.
Can we play rock, paper,
Second.
scissors, shoot? For some reason,
In
I want to
third.
play rock, paper.
And thank you for playing our game. This has been.
This was the kids version. The
pleasure.
kids.
Kids
A pleasure to
version.
have you all. So say goodbye to everybody on the screen.
Bye.
Bye, everybody on the
Bye.
I love this screen. That was me.
screen. That was you.
Who wants to say hi, Claire, before we end this? Anyone?
Yeah.
Does anyone like me? No. Does anyone? Has anybody made a
I wouldn't go by somebody saying that they like you, whether you're like
somebody
or
made
not,
a
just to
hole
let
in
you know.
one?
That's a bad idea online.
Has
Bad idea.
anybody made a hole in
Goodbye.
Someone say
Goodbye.
Bye. Bye.
All right. Thanks.
Adios.
For 'em. Make some-
Is it done? Is it off?
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I don't quite know. Like, I don't think we have to do anything else at this point except maybe tell folks that we will be doing a live stream December the 14th. That is confirmed, and we really look forward to seeing you guys there. But other than that, I think that's a perfect way to end this live stream. Do you guys agree?
I can definitely agree.
Can't top that.
December 14th, we're doing our next live feed. So make sure to check us out.
Are you gonna tell people where we're gonna be?
Yeah, we're going to be over at Sparrow's Heroes for another Sparrow's Heroes
After dark.
and then we'll probably be coming back here at some point for another live podcast at We Can Be Heroes, which is where we're at right now.
It's still open. You
reinvited.
still have time to come down.
We're still open.
20936 Devonshire Street,
We are still partying hard here, people.
Chatsworth, California.
I mean, the gloves are off.
Ha!
Quite literally.
All right. With all that being said, you just listened to the Real Short Box. My name is Darren.
I'm Donald,
And I am Supreme Chancellor Kevin.
All right,
and we'll see you
Well, we're already here.
of course.
at the comic shop. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye.
I wanted to say bye.
You did.
Say goodbye, quick.
I
We'll bend the
got it.
screen up there. Look at it. Bye.
We can see my
Bye.
hand.
Yeah, we see your hand. It's glorious.
Bye.